Welcome, ladies. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Dean Bear, IRT Network, sitting courtside, Fabio Soto. Fabio, we're ready for our third quarterfinal matchup here. Number 3, ranked player Alex Landa against Sebastian Franco. I think he's either 8.
Yes, he is coming into
because he's the 6th seed.
Yeah, coming into this tournament. And you know what? Alex Landa from Mexico and Sebastian Franco from Colombia, both of these players going to represent their country in international play this year. They have already. Alex Landa also, just like Álvaro Beltrán and Rodrigo Montoya, just came back from Barranquilla, Colombia, representing Mexico in the Pan American Championships. And Sebastian Franco, another experienced and seasoned player. See, we're seeing Tier 1 champions almost all this afternoon playing. Alex Landa, obviously a Tier 1 champion. Sebastian Franco, again, a Tier 1 champion. So we're seeing quality racquetball here, Dean. I love the fact that these guys are playing each other. Makes for an exciting power match.
Absolutely. Every single one of these players were Tier 1 winners. I said that with Andre before. I actually asked him if what we were talking about, if they smell blood in the water.
Oh.
And he said everybody knows they got to play their best now.
They got to play their best.
Because Kane doesn't lose.
Exactly. But now that he did, it's anybody's tournament. And Alejandro Landa, starting up this match. Sebastian Franco forcing Landa an error. Skip shot there by Landa. 0 serving 2 in the headpen scoreboard. Sebastian Franco trailing Alejandro Landa. Good serve there by Sebastian Franco. Landa switching it up. Oh, not hard enough.
Oh, Landa wants that one back.
Oh, yeah. So the winner of this match, Dean Bear, is going to play the winner of the next and final quarterfinal between Daniel De La Rosa and Rocky Carson immediately after this match.
Yes.
Some exciting stuff we got going on. Any predictions that you have, Dean, for this match?
11-10 breaker.
There you go.
I expect this one to be almost like a dogfight.
Do you think? I think every match after Alvaro and Keynes is a dogfight.
Sebastian Franco. Big setup here for Landa.
Both of these players such warriors, and Landa just down the line destroys that ball. Three serving 1, Alejandro Landa on top right now in this first game of this third quarterfinal of the evening. Landa killing that ball in the left corner, getting another point, 4-1 now.
Good start for Alex Landa. He usually starts off kind of slow, so it's a little bit different.
Second serve there for Landa. Landa always characteristically, Dean, dressing like a tennis player, right?
Yes.
One of his favorite tennis players and personal heroes is Rafa Nadal. And he likes to sport it. And you just
I see it now that you said it.
No, and that's true. I've talked to Landa. He really likes Rafa Nadal. He's a big tennis fan, as a lot of the racquetball players, and he likes Rafa Nadal. Now Sebastian Franco to serve. He's in the box. Let's see what he does. He's going for that drive to Alex's forehand, but Short serve. Gets a second chance. Alex Landa. Ceiling shot. Franco again. Ceiling shot. Gives Landa a setup from the back wall. Landa killing that ball in the right corner.
Pummeled it into the corner.
You know, what I like about Landa, Dean, you know, when I've seen him play in Mexico many times, and his serve is just great. You know, he has good serve, good strong serve. When it is on, it's on fire.
I agree with you, but what I see from Landa quite often is he takes the riskier shot more than most.
Yes, I agree.
When he's off, it's a quick day. You know, it's quick.
I agree. Got to remember, folks, Alex Landa is the current Mexican national champion. He won the final versus Alvaro Beltran in Chihuahua, Mexico back in March.
What a flatty right there by Alex Landa.
So Alex Landa, the #1 seed Mexican player. Unfortunately, didn't perform very well in Barranquilla, Colombia, losing the 5th place match versus Conrado Moscoso. And he will represent Mexico in Lima, Peru at the Pan American Games this coming August. Wow.
Good hands right there by Alex
There
Landa.
you go.
Yeah, both of these players were playing a little close right there on that rally.
They are. I mean, it's not not exactly a contact sport, Dean, but both of these gentlemen right now playing really close, playing close to the ball. Playing close, but clean. They're not playing dirty. For now. Of course, if this goes to breaker and it's close, then we're going to see all the dirt you can imagine.
Set up off the back wall for Landa. Great cross-court pass to the backhand side. Sebastian was leaning towards the line.
That is a great shot right there.
That was a great shot.
So 6-1 Landa.
So, ladies and gentlemen, just a quick recap. The top half of our draw is all set. Beltran over Waslinchuk. Perea over Horn. Tomorrow noon, Beltran, Perea. There you have it.
And the winner of this match and the next, they face off tomorrow as well right after.
Absolutely. Real big quick shout out. The IRT would like to send a special thanks to Freight Management Logistics. They sponsor many of our pro stops all over the U.S. and is a big supporter of the IRT. With over 30 years in the transportation industry, Freight Management can handle any of your shipping needs, whether it's LTL, truckload, flatbed, refrigerated, intermodal, or trade shows. FML is the provider of choice. By leveraging their experience with industry knowledge and technology, they're able to bring your cost savings and visibility, setting new standards for operational excellence. Do yourself a favor and call 877-610-SHIP or go to fmlfreight.com, where Turtle System coverage makes satisfied customers. Freight Management Logistics, proudly serving all your transportation needs. One of our big sponsors. IRT wants to give a special thanks to all the players that participate in any sanctioned event. The tour would also like to thank the millions of fans watching at home and those who are lucky enough to make it to one of our events. Special thanks today go to Chad Bailey, Rob Lyons, and the Florida Racquetball Association for hosting this amazing 2019 Florida IRT Pro-Am. So Sebastian Franco in the service box, 1 serving 7.
Wow, what a great return by Landa.
Yeah, Landa taking some serious control right here.
So the winner of this match, again, takes on the winner of De La Rosa and Rocky Carson, which is the next match coming up. no easy task for any of these gentlemen, Dean.
Not at all. Sebastian Franco can't get his racket on that kill shot. Timeout on the court. We'll take a short break right here on the IRT network.
Do you want to be a better racquetball player? Fran Davis can and will make you a better player. Guaranteed. Pro or beginner and every level in between. Paula Longoria, Rocky Carson, and legends Jason Menino and Sudsy Monchek all use her proven systems to be a better racquetball player and champion. Check out her book, DVD, camps, coaching sessions, and video analysis, all at FranDavisRacquetball.com.
Welcome back now, ladies and gentlemen. Time in is a call from Scott McClellan, the official ref for the IRT. We're back in Landa the serve. Sebastian Franco. Landa, straight shot. Set up. Landa has it from the back. Wow, what a shot by Franco. On that right corner, on his knees, killing that ball. Getting the side out. So Franco is trailing 1-7 in this third quarterfinal match. This is the first game. What a change of pace from Franco. Great shot selection there. Landa trying to get that ball away, but Franco chasing it and killing it down the line. What a wise shot. Great shot selection there by Franco. So 2 serving 7 now in the head pen. 2 serving 8 on the head pen scoreboard. Eight serving 2. Alex Landa going for that drive. Oh, it hit the crack, unfortunately. Side out now. Sebastian Franco again to serve. You got to remember, folks, there are no court hinders in the IRT. Franco with a C serve. Landa. Oh, what a skip shot right there. He's trying to go for that down the line, but unfortunately he skipped it. See, that's the thing about Landa right now in that shot. Even though he took the right selection, his execution was very poor. He didn't bend his knees. He didn't go down. He didn't take his time. He just wanted to kill it down the line. And he was standing up and both of his feet straight up, so he failed there. Little timeout by ServiceMasterRestore.com. Sebastian Franco. Now Franco again to serve. So 3 serving 8 now in the head pen scoreboard. Franco seems to be going for the drive serve. C serve now to Landa's backhand. Franco gets a setup. Kills that ball down the line. Great shot by Franco. Keeping it simple, keeping it real. Franco to the service box. Backhand for Landa. See, that's what we talked about, playing it close, chasing that ball. And Landa diving for that. What a great get by Landa. Keeping in center court. And Franco killing that ball on the left side. Great shot by Sebastian Franco. Adding another point to the scoreboard. He's now trailing by 3 points. He's down 5-8. Short serve. Good selection. Short serve, though. Change of pace. Set up. Landa set up for Franco, and Franco buries it in the right corner. You know, maybe not the best serve selection there, but it was effective. It gave him a setup. He capitalized on it, and now he's only trailing by 2, 6 serving 8 now. Landa from the back. Sebastian Franco keeping it real, keeping it steady. Now he's 1 point away. He's on a 6-point rally now. So 7 serving 8. Whatever Sebastian Franco is doing is working. I think it's thanks to his trainer. Down the line. Landa finally gets a side out here. So Landa has been Sebastian Franco, I mean, has been in a 6-point run now. So he's within Landa's grasp.
Really? I take a short break and I come back, so it was a good timeout for Sebastian Franco.
It was. He made some changes, made some adjustments. He changed his service.
Well, you know what some people don't really understand is not every pro player has, well, every pro player has a coach somewhere, but not many of the coaches travel to all the events. At this event for Sebastian Franco, the entire, Colombian team is here. That was a beautiful ace right there by Landa. So having them, sitting in the front row, 2 out of the team is in the front row. His coach, Goody, is in the front row. That's inspiration.
And that helps a lot. It does.
Absolutely. Well, right now in the court, okay, it's one-on-one, right?
Yes.
So Sebastian is losing, and he might not see something. But, his coach, Goody, is in this. I see it. I see this. And that may help. That one little adjustment could make a break. What happens, as far as the outcome. You know what I mean?
You know what? Sometimes in sports, Dean, and all professional sports like racquetball, coaches, managers, they make a difference. They won't win the match.
Well, not in baseball.
Oh.
I mean, they're statisticians now.
Oh,
come on! I'm sorry.
God. How about when you have to take out the pitcher? How about when you have to change the designated hitter?
No, every single move is calculated now based on. What do they call it?
But you're from
gyrometrics. No, but that's the biggest one.
You're from New York. You're gonna tell me Joe Torre never made a difference for the Yankees?
I said managers now. Joe Torre, yes. Back then, managers.
Now you're switching it up.
No, managers now today in baseball, they make no difference. The moves are all from above. Good shot right there by Landa.
What about Bill Belichick?
That's football. I don't know if you understand what sport we're talking about. Football makes a difference. Basketball, Hockey makes a difference. Well, because the coaches, they change the lines, they create matchups. Baseball, no. Basketball, Tennis.
Well, unfortunately, the coaches can't coach the players.
I know.
That's a main difference.
So
in
if
tennis.
they get caught looking at their coach,
yeah, exactly.
It's a fine, or is that
a fine?
penalty?
Yeah, exactly. That's unfortunate. 11 serving 7. Alex Landa leading by 4 points here in the first game of this third quarterfinal match of the evening. What a great serve by Landa. He gets a setup from Franco. Destroys that ball down the line on the right side.
That was a
wow.
That looked like it was shot out of a gun.
Yeah. 12 serving 7. Alex Landa looking for that drive serve. Oh, broken ball. Broken ball.
12 serving 7 on the headband scoreboard. Did you know where Rollout.com is the official apparel sponsor of the IRT? Rollout offers a complete line of IRT and other lifestyle racquetball clothing. Not only is Rollout the #1 clothing company in our industry, but they also produce custom racquetball shirts for tournaments, teams, and other clients across the country, retail or custom. WearRollout.com is the go-to source for racquetball clothing worldwide. Shop Wear Rollout today and support the official apparel sponsor of the IRT. I actually ordered my shirts from Rollout for the New York tournament next week. Sarasota Open. What a great get right there by Franco. And not Gerardo.
We're missing Gerardo Franco in this tournament, right?
Oh, he's in the Longhorn Open playing in a satellite event.
Oh, there you go. It's closer to home.
Yeah, you know what? There's also a mixed doubles in that event, too, and a lot of the players are playing with some of the, female pros.
Yeah. Javier Mar is playing there. Wow. Rally through rally. Hit Sebastian Franco.
All right, so there's a lot of guys giving me some junk in the box about baseball. Guys, I'm really only playing. Some of my best friends play baseball.
Oh, there you go. I caught you. See,
so I'm getting called out in the chat box.
And this is a person from New York talking with a history of great managers like Joe Torre.
Please.
And he's talking trash about managers. Wow. How dare you, Dean? Sebastian Franco. Only a timeout for to change the racket. The string was broken.
So some players were asking the other day if they can get a new glove, and they can't. But in IRF, as long as they don't, if they wait before the 10 seconds and their coach hands them one, then they can do it. But in IRT, no. But some players should keep an extra glove in their pocket because then they can put it on in the back of the court. No, I'm saying that they can change their glove if they have one in their pocket during the 10 seconds, before the serve.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I was.
Very rarely are we gonna see that going on. But listen, if you're going into the first or second game or take a timeout, I mean, you're a professional player. You know if your glove is sweaty enough or wet enough, you should change it regardless. Not risk it. I mean, these players have 12, 16 gloves in their pockets.
No, I'll tell you, to be honest. What a lot of players don't do is they don't wear a wristband, and that will actually
help.
That will help. Yeah, the gloves stay not as wet as it normally would be.
Yeah, I agree with you. Wearing that wristband in your forearm or just above the glove will help a lot.
So we have one of the sponsors standing right in front of us, Mr. Donald Williams. Looks like you had a rough one out there, Mr. Williams. I think he comes over here checking out in between games 1 and 2. So Sebastian Franco serving.
Second serve for Franco. Gets it set up from Landa. Goes for the seating shot. Landa.
Plum. What a diving get right there by Sebastian Franco. Can't get that one. Landa in control. 13 serving
10.
10 on the headpen scoreboard. Franco crawling back.
Landa with that lob on the right. Franco goes for it. Kills that ball on the right side.
Flatty.
Wow. Wow. A very low percentage shot, but he just nails it. Good serve there. Oh,
Wow, Landa went the wrong way.
won the wrong way, completely the other way. 11 serving 13. Sebastian Franco only trailing by 2. This has been a good match so far. Very competitive. Landa had a big lead earlier, but he lost it.
Good play up top.
Replay. Hashtag just a replay.
Hashtag Flatty.
We'll see.
Sebastian Franco serving. Short. Second serve.
Wow.
Timeout on the court called by Alex Landa. Let's stay right here. So what do you think so far of this match? It's been quiet. The crowd's got a little quiet as well.
Well, listen, I mean, we had an early exciting match, and maybe the crowd's a little spent, but, you know, this has been a closer match than I thought it would be, to be honest. I thought Alex was going to take a much further lead, but unfortunately it hasn't gone his way. You know, his shot selection hasn't been on point. His serve hasn't been on point. And Sebastian Franco has had answers for all of his match. So that's why we're having just a 1-point difference match in this first game. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. Timeout taken by Landa because Sebastian just got within 1 point.
Absolutely. Well, it's a good timeout for Landa. Sebastian, like you said, you know, he's crawling back little by little, and now he's right there. You know, 1 point away from tying it. You get one timeout. If Landa didn't use it, you know, is he doing everything he can?
Of course.
Is he trying to just stop the rhythm of Sebastian Franco, or is he trying to, you know, just grab a deep breath and reset himself? We shall see. Franco serving.
Oh,
shot from the knees.
Wow.
Skipped it in.
And you know what? That even though, you know, he wasn't obviously in the most favorable position, Landa could. I mean, Sebastian could have gone down the line. Landa was on the left side.
So Landa, 13-12.
Short serve there. Landa going for a second chance.
Bullet coming out of that racket right there. Mr. Wendell Pelham.
Landa
watching.
going for the box right there. Lob serve.
Great serve by Landa.
Set up. Sebastian killing it in the right corner. So Wendell Pelham is chat box. Hey, Wendell, I hope you're doing all right.
Live like John.
Hope to see them at the end of the year in Portland, Oregon at the Tournament of Champions.
So Sebastian serving. Yeah, again, a lot of players, and we're noticing, and a lot of first serves are not going in tonight.
Yeah, they're not. They're wasting a lot of energy. Wow.
What a great return right there. So Sebastian's, what he's doing on his second serve is like a half lobish, like almost like, I want to almost say like a little bit of a junk serve. So it hasn't been effective here against Landa.
No, it hasn't. He's gotten a couple of breaks on it, but that's it. Keeping it alive. Landa destroying that ball. Oh,
wow.
What a shot. What a shot.
Another one right there. Thank you, Wendell.
So the first game point for Alex Landa.
Yes, here we are. Landa, drive serve. Will it land? A land from a Landa.
Great pun there. What was it called? Wet ball.
So that only happens if the first surface the ball hits, if it's wet.
Only the first surface.
Only
That's
the first
correct.
surface.
Landa.
Here it
Gets
is.
the setup. Sebastian keep it alive. Landa going for the line. Misses thing, unfortunately.
Down the line. DTL.
You know, Landa was going for that down the line, but it bit that right sidewall.
When he had the setup on the left side of the court and he hit front wall, side wall, I would have rather him hit sidewall, front wall. I would have rather a reverse pinch.
I agree
especially
with
his opponent deep in the court.
Short serve. Second chance here for Sebastian Franco. He's got to keep it alive. His back is against the
but
ball.
I want to see a different second serve because Landa's been taking that second serve, and there we do. We have a different one.
Ooh,
missed an easy one.
Missed an easy one right
Second
there.
game point opportunity. Oh, Johan in the box watching. Igor, you're fired. You're fired. No, Diego got the guys fired. It's a good serve right there.
Wow.
And a great return by Sebastian Franco.
Wow, this is a dogfight, man. Sebastian Franco is only down by 2. He's in it.
He needs to just score 1 point. Drive serve. What a great get right there by Alex Landa. Unbelievable. So guys saying cambio. That's I thought
Side
that
out.
was side out.
Side out.
But the word actually means switch, right?
Change.
Change.
Switch. But it is a synonym of.
When I was in Costa Rica last year, I was like, does that mean side out? And someone says, no, switch, switch.
Yeah. Switch, side out, change, depending on the context.
Point, game 2. Game 1 in the books, ladies and gentlemen.
He's appealing.
I don't think you can appeal that. You can't, and you can't appeal that. So, game 1 in the books, ladies and gentlemen, here on the IRT network. We'll take a short break. We'll be back in a few minutes in sunny Sarasota, Florida.
My name is Bobby Horn, or David Horn, as some might know me as.
Oh my goodness.
The Reaching Dream Foundation's helped me out a lot in the last, for as long as I can remember, really.
Oh, too good.
This sport has taken me to a place that I never thought I would be before.
When it comes to the game of life, we're all on the same team. And success comes simply from trying. You don't have to be a celebrated athlete to celebrate being active. And you don't have to be on the field to have your own cheering section. United Healthcare.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Dean Baer, voice of the IRT. Here we are at the 2019 Florida IRT Pro-Am. Real quick, to give you a shout out to all of the IRT Tour sponsors. That's Head, Pen, Racquetball Warehouse, Gearbox, Rollout, MLG Holdings, Freight Management Logistics, Service Master Restore, Rafa House, Stars, there's the reverse pinch. Reaching Your Dream Foundation. And Live Like John. Once again, we got to thank most importantly, one of the biggest sponsors of this event is the Florida Racquetball Association, as well as the Almond Family Foundation, Frank Trask, Dragon Heads Smoke and Vape Shop, Sal and Dee Percante, and Rafa House. Sarasota Sports Commission. Visit sarasota.com. Sean Lines, AM Engineering, Eric Faking, the Knudsen family, Jason Gray with Custom Audio, Mr. Gene Fry, Rod Van Dyke, Team RB, rball.com, Quentin Minier, Jonathan Burns, Steve DeSalvo, and the one and only Donald Williams. Thank you all for the local support here in Florida.
Definitely, Dean. All these local sponsors, people don't realize, is without them, these events would not be possible. So I want to thank them all for their tremendous support.
Sebastian Franco. Ooh. Wow, Alex Landa skipping a ceiling ball. That's a no-no.
0 serving 2 in the head pin scoreboard. Sebastian Franco trailing Alejandro Landa in the second game of this third quarterfinal match. The winner of this match will go on to play the winner of Danielle De La Rosa and Rocky Carson, which is next, Dean Bear.
Yes, it is an 8 o'clock match that will start probably around 9.
Probably. That's if Sebastian Franco doesn't decide to win the second game and takes it to the third.
Quite
we'll see.
possibly.
We'll see. Gets a setup. Going on offense. Another setup. Wow. Sebastian Franco capitalizing that setup by Alejandro Landa. Now we got a tied match. 2 serving 2. Franco. Good serve there by Landa. Keeping it alive. Oh, Landa skipping an easy shot.
Oof. A lot of splinters right there. Three serving 2 on the head pen scoreboard.
Short serve. Franco going for a second chance.
Interesting choice.
Let's see if it pays off.
There's the reverse pinch. It's my favorite shot, actually. I love that shot. So Landa back in the service box. So some people saying that there was a monumental achievement by Alvaro Beltran.
It is. It is a great achievement. I mean, Alvaro has not defeated Kane in 10 years.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I would use the word monumental. I mean, it was huge.
Listen, back a few years ago, I don't know if you remember, Jose Rojas played Kane Wazelenchuk.
I remember.
They played in the semifinal at a Tier 1 event. And Jose Rojas beat Kane Wazelenchuk. But I talked to Jose Rojas after, and I said, hey, Jose, you know what? People were congratulating him all the time and all that. And I said, listen, congratulations on your win, but guess what? You have not won the tournament. You know, you beat the #1 player on tour fine, congratulations. But it's going to mean nothing if you don't beat the final, if you don't beat Rocky Carson in the final. And guess what he did the next day? He beat Rocky Carson in the final, and he won that Tier 1 event. So that great upset that Alvaro pulled off was fantastic. If you beat the number 1 player, you got to win the tournament. Who does the record books say and memorize, Dean? The winner
of the tournament.
Only the winner. That's it. You don't get to see second place there. Only the winner. So you got to be the winner. So hopefully Alvaro can keep it alive. He plays Andre Parrilla tomorrow at 12 p.m.
It's going to be a very difficult match for Beltran.
Oh, yeah.
Parrilla is on his way up. We know that. We're witnessing it.
5-3 now. Landa up by 2 points here in this third quarterfinal match.
Good return. Not a good return right there, but a great shot by Alex Landa.
Wow, what a rally by these two guys. Sebastian now with a setup, trying to finish it. Oh,
great cross court right there. Landa was leaning towards the left side of the court.
yeah, he went the other way. Unfortunately, he couldn't get a racket on it. Sebastian got the best of it. Now he's serving. 3-6 in the head pen scoreboard. Sebastian Franco looks like he's going for the drive. So Landa's backhand, short serve, second serve. Landa, Franco, Landa again. Ceiling shot, Franco. Landa keeps it alive, so does. Well, there you go. There was a little contact right there. Ref didn't stop it, though. See, the players sometimes forget that as long as the referee doesn't stop it, they can't stop playing. Referee didn't stop the play. Players gotta play. Haters gonna hate. Six serving 3 now. Alex Landa. Ceiling shot there. So we want to welcome to the booth Andy Kolbach.
Fabio, my man, what's happening?
Andy Diet Coke Kolbach, welcome
Wow.
to this third quarterfinal match. We're in the second game. Alex Landa is in top with Sebastian Franco. We're seeing a great match here by these Tier 1 champions. What do you think, Andy?
Well, I just got back, so I've been gone for a little while, but the first game was close, right? 15-12. Looks like
Yes,
both
it was.
players are playing good ball.
They're playing good ball.
Important. Yeah, you know, Landa's got a little bit of a lead here in game 2. Going to be important for Sebastian to stay in this and not let Landa pull too far ahead, right?
Yeah, and one of the things that Dean was talking about earlier is, you know, the good thing for Sebastian is that, you know, he's got support from his national team here. He's got some players, and he has his coach right here with him.
Right.
You know, and that's always good for a racquetball player because not all these players have their coaches with them at all tournaments, but in this case, Sebastian does. Alejandro Landa does not currently have his coach here, so he has that edge.
Right,
Franco.
right. Well, that's interesting, and it's something that you and I were talking about earlier today, right? We were talking about how players seem to play differently against each other in like the IRF events when they're there with their national team and they're there with their coaches versus how they perform on tour when they are usually here by themselves.
That is correct. Not all players have their coach.
Right, and we said the same thing. We said, you know, there is some value to having that coach.
Yes.
And having that support group.
Well, it's not only not just the psychological factor, but sometimes, I mean, racquetball is a fast, very, very quickly paced sport. So sometimes you can't see certain calls, you can't see certain balls, and your coach is there, and he can see something you can't, and he can tell you to appeal the ball or not appeal it. You can make that mistake. I mean, you have a one appeal here in the IRT, you can lose it.
Right, correct, and that's very important too, right? Having that guy sitting outside the court saying, "Hey, yeah, you really should appeal this," versus saving your appeal for later. And I think we saw that, right? We saw that, and it didn't end up hurting him, but we saw that late in the Beltran-Wasylenchuk match. There was a rally late in that tiebreaker. Alvaro appealed a two-bounce get that I thought Kane clearly got.
Yeah, he lost that appeal.
Correct, he lost that appeal, and had he had somebody sitting out here saying, no, don't do that, right? Fortunately, it didn't come back to haunt him, right?
In a very
right,
but he was close to it though.
Right, but it sure could have.
It could have, and not only that, but also the adequate moment where you have to ask for a timeout. That's also a coach's job. To say, hey, you need a timeout right now. You need to cool off. Have a drink, sit down. I need to tell you something. And sometimes players don't take the timeout at the moment they need to.
Correct.
So that is also a great advantage of having this.
Well, it's easy in racquetball, I think, and we're all players, although we don't all play at the pro level, right? But it's easy in racquetball to say to yourself, you know what? I know I just lost the last 3 rallies, but I'm certain I'm rolling out the next ball, right?
Yeah.
I know I'm rolling out the next shot. It's a very easy mindset to get into, even for the pros.
It is.
So back to this match. So, bad skip by Sebastian from 35 feet back.
And you know what, Andy? Here's the other thing. Even the best of them need a coach.
Sure.
Kane was here. He lost earlier to Alvaro Beltran, and he has a coach. Jim Winterton is his coach.
Yep. Right.
Had Jim Winterton been here, would the outcome been different? We will never know. But still, if he needs a coach. Paola Longoria needs a coach.
She does.
Rocky
so
Carson has his coach, Fran Davis. So,
and what they do, thanks to the beautiful job of video streaming that we do here on the IRT and on the LPRT, if you're somebody like Fran Davis, she's sitting at home watching the match on video, and she's communicating with her players via text message.
Yep.
So when they walk off the court for a timeout or between games, I have seen on countless occasions, Rocky and Paola, the first thing they do is they walk to their phone.
Yeah, I agree. Alex Landa, lob serve to Sebastian Franco. Franco, wow, nearly killing that ball. Landa can't get the best of it. And he's getting a replay.
Yep, it's a nice call by referee Scott McClellan.
Yeah, but you can't get a replay on that. So, Andy, would you tell people watching this match what can you appeal here on the IRT rules?
IRT rules, you can only appeal 3 things. You can appeal skip balls, short serves, and 2-bounce gets. Sebastian
was calling for an appeal there, but people got to remember Sebastian Franco is a very seasoned international player as well. So the IRF rules are different than the IRT.
Correct. Now I think it's important to understand the genesis of that rule on the IRT, right? The reason that rule exists is in most of our events, and we're not doing it here this weekend, we use instant replay instead of line judges.
That is correct.
And when the cameras are set up here in the back of the court, there are only certain things you can see, right? So we've narrowed the scope of what you can appeal to the things that we know that you can take a look at in replay. So we've eliminated all of the things that are subjective, and we've narrowed appeals to things that are either a yes or a no. The ball skipped or it didn't. You got it on 2 bounces or you didn't.
It passed the short line or it didn't.
Or it didn't, exactly. But anything that's subjective, we've taken out of the appeal process because it's just as hard to see on video as it is to see live.
I agree.
So that's why the IRT rule is different than the IRF rule or the USAR rule. 9-4 for Landa.
Wow.
Got a bad bounce off that door.
And just to remind people, there are no such thing as court hinders in the IRT, except if we put a microphone or a camera inside the court.
Correct. So for this match and for the rest of the weekend, there is that camera that you can see right under the head logo on the head sticker on the front wall. That would be a court hinder.
Yes, it would.
However, if any player hits that, I'm just going to say it's a bad shot.
Well, it depends. Yeah, it depends.
They're pros, and they're not supposed to hit the ball that high. Oh,
Oh,
no.
Landa missing a terribly easy shot.
Yeah, he totally took his focus off of that ball.
Maybe he was looking at the camera.
He might have been. Smiling, maybe.
Smiling, maybe. So, Sebastian Franco trailing 6-10 in the second and third quarterfinal match.
Nice get by Franco. That's a nice rally by Sebastian.
See, good shot by Sebastian.
Yep. Yeah, that's a nice rally.
That's a nice rally won by Franco. I'm sure his coach told him what to do.
I think Goody's over here taking a nap. I think he's sleeping.
No, he's not. Broken ball?
I think so. Yep. Nope, ball's not
No.
broken.
Oh, it hit the camera.
Oh, it hit the camera.
Oh, the ball hit the camera. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, it's a bad shot. They hit the ball too high.
8 serving 10 in the headpen scoreboard. Sebastian Franco trailing only by 2. Landa with a setup. Another again. Landa. Oh, now he broke it.
Yep, broke that time. All right. One rally too late for Alex.
Listen, it comes always at unfortunate times. When Alvaro played Kane, Kane broke a ball, killing it in the left corner, and Alvaro was a mile away from that ball. That was a point for Kane. It broke the ball in the corner.
Yep.
Just unfortunate.
Yep, agreed.
Did it come back to bite Kane? We don't know.
Yeah. I mean, he lost a point there, and he was, he was really struggling to put points together today. So, good win for Alvaro. I thought Alvy played really well.
Oh, what a great pass by Sebastian Franco.
So, so commercial. What are we doing?
We'll stay.
Okay.
So let's talk about what happened here. You know, Sebastian Franco is very close now to Alex Landa, making a great effort here. He's well performed. I got to be honest with you, Andy. I thought this match was going to be a little bit more further apart at the beginning, but he's in it.
I didn't think so. Honestly, I didn't think so. You know, Sebastian's come a long way as a player over the last 12 or 18 months. They've both won Tier 1 events, so they're both tour champions. I didn't have the expectation that this would be a blowout one way or the other.
No, not a blowout. But all the players that are left, Andy, just to remind people, they all have been Tier 1 champions. Everyone has been a champion.
It's true.
So it's anybody's ball game right now, man.
That's true. Matter of fact, it's funny. You know, I was looking at the draw earlier, and if Landa wins this match, and Daniel beats Rocky Carson in the next match, we believe that the IRT will have its first ever semifinals with all 4 Mexican players.
Yeah.
We think it'll be the first. We know that there have been semifinals that have had 3 Mexican players in it, but I think it'll be the first time that there's all 4.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. That's a big if right now. Landa has to win. Daniel De La Rosa has to win.
Exactly.
You know, Alvaro Beltran did his job.
Yep.
Andre Pardiet took care of business as well.
Yep.
Let's see what happens. Because right now, immediately,
8-10.
Landa has to win. Wow.
That's a nice re-kill by Landa.
Wow, what a kill.
Yeah, it's a nice shot.
$10-10 on the head pen score. We got a tied match now. Landa trying to figure out what to do. What a great serve. Gets a setup. Down. Keeping it alive. Wow. Landa kills that ball.
Yeah.
What athleticism by these two gentlemen, Andy.
Yeah, Alex hit that ball like he was getting angry.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. 11-10 now on the headpan scoreboard. Landa up by 1. Wow.
That's a big backhand by Franco.
Wow. You don't see that every day.
Nope. The big backhand.
He's just trailing by 1 point. He's completely in this match.
Yep. Yeah, look, I mean, he was in the first game, so this is far from over. Going with the lob to the forehand side. Landa runs around it, pinches the corner. Nicely done.
You know, I think Landa earlier in this game just took some unnecessary risks. He took some shots that really just, weren't the best selection. But now I just see him a little bit more clear, a little bit more calm. Maybe he figured out that he needs to make a change. But right there, Sebastian kills the ball. Unfortunately, Landa was close to it, but couldn't get there soon enough.
All right, Franco serving at 10-11.
Can these players play any lower?
Nope.
Wow. The level of play here is off the charts. I love watching, obviously, veteran players like Rocky, like Alvaro, Kane, all that stuff. But they don't give us this sort of excitement, playing this slow. They're stretching out their bodies, just reaching out like that, like they did. And I think it's fun because, they make it more exciting. And, I've always liked watching Sebastian Franco play. He never gives up, man.
Nope.
Never gives up.
Agreed.
So 1-0, 11-10. Landa. Drive start. Wow. Funky bounce. He saved it, though. Set up from the back to Landa. Landa kills
it.
it.
It's a nice pinch.
Wow.
Goody telling Sebastian to settle himself down, keep his head in the match.
Great serve there by Franco. Kept it alive.
Yep, 2 bounce get, no argument. No argument out of Landa.
Nope, none whatsoever. He knew that he could get it.
Yeah, Sebastian's got to figure out how to put a point or two on the board.
Wow, he got it.
Oh, he was right there, and it came out of the crack. He
wow.
was right there. He read that perfectly.
That get that he did on the back wall was just amazing. Like I said, he does not give up.
No, he gets around the court really, really well.
Oh, he does. I mean, the reality sinks in, at this point for Franco. There's no tomorrow. He has to keep Alex at bay. Alex is just 3 points away from closing in on this match, and he has to keep him at bay.
Daniel De La Rosa off to our left, preparing for his match with his pregame meal.
What is he eating? Pizza?
Yeah, pizza, I think, yeah.
He's eating pizza.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow, the crowd loves it.
Yeah, it's a full house here. I know it's hard for everybody to see what's going on behind us, but it's still pretty packed here for the third quarterfinal of the night.
It is.
Second serve coming from Franco. Let's see what he comes up with. Lob to that right side.
Landa just running for it.
Wow.
Guns it down, right down the line.
Still 12 serving 10. We're kind of stuck, right? No, Landa can't figure out how to close, and Sebastian can't figure out how to tie it up.
We got these gentlemen just going back and forth. What warriors.
Yeah, Landa's sticking to what he's doing. I'm surprised he's not trying to change up his serve a little bit.
Franco.
Nicely done.
There you go, another side out.
Yep. Yeah, I think that Alex has got to change his serve up, see if he gets some kind of a different return out of Sebastian that he can do something with. Sebastian sticking with that lob to the right side.
Wow, there you go, finally, a point.
There we go. Eleven serves 12 on the head pen scoreboard. Landa gonna go up top. Sebastian's got room off the back glass, comes cross court. Landa's there, pinches the right corner. Great get. Oh, nice re-kill by Landa.
Wow, Landa's fired up now.
Yep.
He made the best shot there. He did a cross court, a mile away from Franco. Now Landa, he realizes that he needs to score a point now.
Yeah, but look, he's sticking with the same serve.
Is
It's
he?
gonna be a hard drive to the left. Yeah.
Screen serve. All these players missing this first serve, all this wasted energy. You'd figure they'd be a little bit more conservative at this point, or accurate.
Yes, correct. Lob Z to the right side. Great.
Did he get it?
I think so.
Wow,
Wow.
Landa.
He's going to appeal the two. Sebastian's going to appeal the two bounce get, and the call's going to stand.
All going to stand. So he loses one appeal. He has one appeal left now.
Yeah,
Andy.
plus he lost a point too. Well, actually, he didn't lose a point. Alex earned a point.
Alex again to the serve. Let's see what he does. To the right, short. Second serve now. Franco gives the setup. Landa, kind of around the world there. Franco, Landa keeping it alive.
That's a nice rally by Sebastian. Kept Alex off balance, moved him around the court, took the easy open shot when he had it. I say easy, that shot was probably harder than it looked.
It is. Look, you're talking about these are two of the top 8 players in the tour.
Yep.
Believe me, they make it look easy.
12 serving 13, so we're within one here.
Wow. Landa
Yeah.
just kills it down the line.
Yeah, lob serve was a little short. Didn't push Alex deep enough into the court.
(13 serving 12 in the head pen scoreboard. Alex Landa trailing one. He's winning by 2. Oh.
Alex didn't look like he got out of the box and got his feet set. It looked like he was still backpedaling when Sebastian returned that serve.
We've had a lot of side outs here.
A lot, yeah, in the last 15 minutes.
Ceiling shot there. Franco going for it. Landa back wall. Franco. Wow. Skip that one.
Yep.
He can't afford to make those mistakes at this point in the match, Andy.
Still 13-12.
The Beltran serve.
That's a great pass by Alex.
Great pass by Alex. And Alex is going to have his first match point of the evening.
Yep.
14 serving 12 now.
Same serve down that lob down that right side. Sebastian trying that shot again.
Oh, skipped.
Landa's there, but didn't quite have enough to scoop it out of that back corner. It's go time now for Franco.
It's now or never.
Yep.
There is no tomorrow. Ceiling shot there. Franco gonna go for it again. Landa. Keeping it alive. Franco touching
no,
it.
He fouls it off.
Oh, Franco.
He dribbled it right off the front end of his racket. Second match point opportunity here for Landa. Franco up top.
Skipped
Landa
by Landa.
skips the re-kill. Sebastian's really struggled to figure out how to get points here late in this game. Alex hasn't been doing a good job of it either, but he at least started this with a lead. And
Wow.
as I say that, that's a nice splat by Sebastian Franco.
13 serving 14 in this second game of this third quarterfinal match now. Sebastian Franco knows he has his back against the wall, scores a point. He's within one of Alex and within two of taking this to a third and final.
Oh no, big skip by Landa. Don't know that was the wisest of shots to take at this juncture, but we're tied up.
Sebastian Franco now with an opportunity to take this to the third and final game.
Wow. And Sebastian was there. He almost had that ball.
That's a gutsy shot by Landa. I don't know if I would have taken that shot. It's just too risky.
Yep.
Of course he can pull it off, but too risky.
4-4. Third match point opportunity for Landa. Sticking to that serve down the right side.
The Beltran serve. There you go. Aggressive. Set up. No. But he takes it.
Oh, my.
Set up again.
Alex is going to appeal the two-bounce get up here. And the call's going to stand. Sebastian going to clean the floor up for where he dove. It's a great get by Franco. Saves the match. It's not a bad appeal out of Alex, by the way.
It's not a bad appeal.
Not a bad appeal. I mean, you're at 14-14. That was close. It's not bad. It's not a bad appeal to take.
I hope this doesn't come back to bite him, that's all.
I mean, look, it would have been worse to not take the appeal and still lose the game, right?
14-14.
I think it was a good call by Alex's part. He just Wow.
Wow, dear Lord.
It's a big shots by both players, you know.
Landa with an opportunity to close it.
Takes it up to the lob.
Different approach. Let's see if it works. Kept it alive. Another setup. Replay.
Yep. Good call.
Good call by the ref.
Referee. Yep. Very good call.
Good call by the ref.
Yep. I like that change of serve by Landa, by the way.
I did.
It
threw. I think it threw all of us off our pace.
Yep.
Wow. Franco.
Great gets, big shot at the end.
Controlling that ball in the front of the court. Just amazing.
Yeah. Another game point opportunity here for Franco. Sticking to that serve, that lob on the right.
Landa.
Are you kidding?
What?
Are you kidding? Smart shot, says Alvaro Beltran.
I don't know if it was a smart shot or not. It was a gutsy shot.
Gutsy is what I would call
Oh,
it.
no.
Yes.
Only Landa would do something like that. Gets a setup now. See what he does. Oh, goes for the ceiling.
Ceiling ball's going to be
Franco
short, though.
skips that ball.
Oh,
Ends the
great
match. Landa wins the match.
Coming up right here in just a minute, Fabio Soto is going to interview Alex Landa, followed by our next and last quarterfinal match of the evening, Daniel De La Rosa versus Rocky Carson. I'm Andy Callback. I'm going to leave you with Fabio Soto, and we'll be back here shortly.
Sing. Okay. Commercial. Yeah. Ese tiro mamón que hiciste, güey, en el 14 que te la rifaste, güey. We're back here, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of this match between Alejandro Landa and Sebastian Franco. And what a match that we have, a very competitive. Alex Landa obviously coming out on top. And Alex, congratulations. How do you feel? That was quite a game. Listen, you took some production shots like that. You were was serving, and you took that overhead shot. En inglés en español, güey. English. Okay, we are live here at the end of the match between Alejandro Landa and Sebastian Franco. Alex, tell us about that match. How do you feel? How's everything?
A tough one. Really close scores. I had to earn the win. I had to take the risk at the end of the match. As you mentioned, on 14-14, I hit up from up here. I had to. I know it's I know it's hard because Sebastian was getting a lot of balls on the front of the court.
Listen, both of you guys played tremendous racquetball. I got to acknowledge the fact that, you know, you're very athletic. I thought it was going to be a little further match, but it was really, really close. You said 14-14, and you took that overhead shot on the right side. It's a gutsy shot, man. I mean, only you could pull that off.
Yeah, no, it's on 14-14. There's only a few players that we can do that shot now. Just kidding. It was a fun match. I really have to earn the win.
You know, fortunately, you know, in these matches, the quarterfinals, we had 4 Mexican players on every side of the court and the draw. And you know what? Alvaro won, Andre Parrilla won, you won, and now it's Daniel De La Rosa. He's up next. That makes it interesting. So tomorrow you play the winner of this match between Rocky Carson and Daniel De La Rosa. Any specific game plan that you have?
2 different game styles. Rocky, a little bit defensive. Daniel, he's training. Yeah, Yeah, we're going to the movies tonight. Yeah, and I'm expecting a close match here, but you know, I went down here to win, so we all 4 Mexicans play the semifinals tomorrow.
That would be great. That would be the first time in IRT history that all Mexicans in the semifinal. That would be tremendous. All of 4 of you are Tier 1 champions. You know, you were a number 1 ranked player among them, and you know that'd be great to see. You know, anybody you want to thank, Alex?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Alvaro Beltran first on the list. Now my sponsors, my friends back home, my family, my mom always watching me. I know she was about to die on 14-14. That's all. I'm a little bit tired. Ready to eat some pizza, some popcorn, watching Avengers with you, Albie and Daniel. And let's wait for the winner here.
Oye, Alex, pues nada más una pequeña entrevista porque tenemos mucha gente en Facebook pidiéndonos que hablemos un poquito en español. Pues queremos felicitarte por tu victoria ahorita contra Sebastián Franco. Durísimo el partido, lo que estábamos hablando ahorita. Creo que tomaste muchos riesgos en ese juego, riesgos que yo en mi vida hubiera hecho, como ese 14-14 que fuiste desde arriba. Y felicitarte, ¿no? Ahora sí que te deseo lo mejor para el día de mañana. No sé si le quieras comentar algo a la gente de Latinoamérica que nos está viendo. Mucha gente pidiendo que te entrevistemos en español. Si quieres darles un mensaje.
Claro que sí, a todos los que nos siguen al IRT en México, en toda América, en Estados Unidos, a todos los mexicanos. Esperamos que nos sigan el día de mañana. Felicito a mi amigo Álvaro Beltrán por una gran victoria el día de hoy. La verdad, pues hizo historia y es de reconocerse. Esperamos que los 4 mexicanos nos veamos las caras en la semifinal mañana y pues por lo menos habrá 2 mexicanos en la final. Eso es pues importante para todos y para el racquetball a nivel mundial.
Vienes llegando de Barranquilla, Colombia, Alex representando a México en la selección nacional. ¿Tuviste tiempo de recuperarte? ¿Cómo te sientes? ¿Tuviste tiempo de entrenar o descansaste para recuperarte?
No. La verdad, más bien aquí es una cosa mental, ¿no? Es un torneo tras otro, muy pocos días de descanso, regresar a casa y estar pues listo para el que sigue, más mental que nada, pero pues todo está en la mente y a seguirle dando, que pues para esto nos dedicamos.
Muy
Gracias
bien.
a mis patrocinadores, nos vemos el día de mañana.
Bueno, muy bien, Alejandro, muchas felicidades nuevamente y nos vemos en la noche más tarde para ver Avengers.
Gracias.
Nos
Saludos.
regresamos aquí en el IRT Network con ustedes. Enseguida el juego de Daniel de la Rosa y Rocky Carson. Estamos de regreso.